Okay, so we can we can effectively recruit people in much the same way that the cleric could.
Master's lackey. Chance of success, 100%. It looks like you can only allure people of the opposite gender. Is that so, or is that because
No.
it's another dancer?
No, she's blocking a door.
Oh, okay. Well, time to put on a different kind of show. This one looks to be the likely sort. Excuse me. Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhap you'd care to share it with me?
My apologies.
A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early on the morrow.
It must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you could tell me a bit more over a drink? I'd love to get to know you better.
Most unfortunate.
I am most afraid I cannot.
Excuse me. I dance at the tavern just down the street. I'd be happy to put on a show. Just for you.
Now we could grab him, or we could grab the old man. He's not as strong as he used to be, unfortunately. He used to be like a 5-star character or something like that.
Admit it now. Wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me?
Oh my, I cannot resist such a beauty.
Pray, come hither.
Yes, that one's pockets look sufficiently deep.
Excellent.
Good work, kitten. You will be treated well tonight.
Many thanks. You honor me, master.
The seats are starting to fill. See that not a single cup goes empty.
Yes. As you wish, master. Hey, is that the old man?
Beg pardon.
Which one?
The one that she's like next to.
The father, or...?
Yeah, is it the
No.
No, it's not the father.
No, it's not.
Okay.
He had a green coat. And more of a beard.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Ah, Primrose, you're looking more and more lovely every time I see you.
It's been a while since we last enjoyed your company. You'll be with us long this evening?
Oh, as long as you'll have me for, my dear.
Is that so? I'll have to give it some thought then. I'll see you again later.
Till next
And
time.
if that's all, I'll be taking my leave.
Wait a minute. It's the left-handed crow dude. Could it be? There, on his left arm. The mark of the crow. How long I have waited for this day. Finally, you appear before me. This night, at long last, justice will be served. No! I can't let him get away.
Yeah.
And where do you think you're going? So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten?
Master,
I think
You wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customers before the night is through, now would you? Back to work, Primrose. I trust I don't need to repeat myself.
Put your face
You do
back
remember
on
what
now,
happened
kid.
to the wicked little kittens who crossed me, don't you?
This is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again. Especially if she's been, what, 10 years here looking for this dude?
Mm-hmm.
Are you alright?
Prim, what's the matter? It's not like you look all flustered like it's not like you to look all flustered like this. You don't need to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You slip out the back door and onto the upper floor. Well, not onto the upper floor, but on the upper floor. You shouldn't get involved. You'll put yourself at risk. Look, Prim. Maybe you don't tell me what you're thinking.
Come on!
But that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side, and always will be. On my side? When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, you were always the only one who stood by me. You never say much. You're always so distant, aloof even. But I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles. I know you better than you think, Prim.
And I know that deep down, you have a good heart.
A good heart? Yusufa, I thank you. Always a woman of few words. I wouldn't have it any other way. So now you have to find the guy with the crow mark.
Yep. I thought there was a treasure chest there, but no.
What? He's in league with her? What?
You will bring the woman I need, won't you now? Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever's a man to do. I can assure you, my lord, I'm doing all that I can. Helganish, we're friends, are we not? Friends take care of one another, yes. They do not disappoint each other.
Yes!
I will do everything in my power. I saw a fine dancing girl in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my own.
Did you hear that weird, like,
Yeah.
like what was up with his phrase there? Was he just like, she's so beautiful?
Pro boner.
For goodness sake. So, it is as I thought. Helganish knows him.
Listen to me.
Bring the woman to the place marked on this map, and Helganish, try not to keep me waiting.
Yes!
But of course, my lord.
That map. So she... Huh. And so, I must pursue the foul crow. Don't get involved. This is my problem, not yours. But I suppose you're free to do as you please. Come on already, if you're coming.
Prim joined the party. Prim... Let's actually go check the equipment shop. We don't have a whole lot of spare daggers. But I guess we
Okay.
don't really care about... No, that's not really worth
I was actually
anything.
rather impressed with how, like, phlegmy that dude was able to get his voice
Oh,
with
yeah.
Do you have to, like... Pretty much you have to purse your cheeks and your saliva and your lips. I don't know how to do it. It's sort of like how that one guy does the Donald Duck voice.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can only do it for very short periods of time, and it sounds terrible. It really hurts your throat.
Yep. I like did it once, and it was brutal. This guy. Oh, this is the tavern keeper. Equipment. There we go.
Do you know what's actually interesting? The Jar Jar Binks voice and the Stitch voice are actually very similar. Because you do that thing where you...
Wow.
You collect the air in your cheeks.
Yeah.
And you go, excuse me. That kind of thing.
All fine. Let me see, there's nothing else to really mess around with.
But
Okay.
did it sound like the crow guy specifically wanted Primrose, or did he want, like, just women in general?
I think he wanted women in general, but I think Prim...
He was impressed by Prim.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting then that she's... I suppose it would be better to proactively seek out the location and dispose of the dude rather than just let yourself get, shuffled over to him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because if she knew that she was the woman that they spoke of, then she could be like, oh, I'll just go. But then she might go in chains or who knows what, and that would be bad. So going preemptively would be good.
But also, like...
Unless she finds out it's another woman. It could be Yusufa or someone else. And that would be bad.
It's also one of those, though, that if she popped out of nowhere and it's like, yes, take me, they'd instantly be suspicious.
No. She would have the tact to know to, like, wait it out. And, like, she's an actress. She's a dancer. She's been having to smile sweetly and speak in dulcet tones to that miserable man that's her
Out of my way.
quote-unquote master.
I appreciate it. Really.
The years must have not gone, like, well for him, because did you notice the image of her as a child potentially meeting him, and he seemed to have, like, long hair and was much younger?
Yeah.
But now he's just
Let's see what happens.
corpulent and disgusting looking and talks that way, too.
That might have actually been her father when her father was younger. Like, when her father was still alive.
Interesting dilemma.
Oh, I thought
could
that it
be
was like a
wrong.
weird flashback of her meeting him for the first time.
No, because she said she followed the Crow Man
I'm ready.
to this area.
Well, that she had heard rumors that one of them would come by here.
Yeah, but like, as a child, there's no way she would have come out this direction, probably.
No, it's true. I'm just wondering how long she's been specifically working for Helganish.
Some amount of time. Yeah, I don't know.
What to do? Let's see what
More
happens.
bewildering dance. That's the only move I'm going to have Tressa do this entire time, by the way.
Logical course of action.
I mean, having the ability to confuse your opponents is a pretty
No,
nice skill.
it actually isn't a confuse. It has completely random effects. If you notice, it said JP times 2.
Okay, so
how-
it just happened to be confused.
Yeah, so we just got 58 JP.
Was there a move in Pokemon where it would just randomly apply an effect?
Metronome.
I mean, but Metronome would have a random attack in general. Do you know what I hated? When you used Metronome and it ended up being Explosion?
Yeah. I had that happen a couple of times. I had that happen in a duel battle against a ghost Pokemon. That was bad. Okay. I was worried for a second. OBS just got, like, hidden for whatever reason, but I think it's because...
I think it's because
It's a
your
rendering
files
thing.
have stopped rendering and stuff.
Yeah.
Business.
Nothing to really worry about. But I was just like, should I work? Is this going to be a problem? Very rarely is. Okay, so thief skills. Share SP. So,
Keep it up.
this is like the most inefficient battling technique ever, but it actually works really well, which is pretty much just like
What to do?
everybody dances.
Let's see what happens.
Eh.
I'm trying to remember if there were... I don't know if it was a Star Wars novel or a short comic book or something, but there was definitely a story that someone had written involving Leia trying to help like the other slave girls in Jabba's palace or something.
Probably, yeah.
The situation just sort of reminds me of it.
Oh no!
Let's see. I really wish there was a speed up button for this game.
Poor Ula.
An interesting dilemma.
Skills. I have no idea what they're weak to. Lightning.
When it comes to, like, for the most part, playable Star Wars races and various MMOs and RPGs and stuff, I always like Twi'leks.
I appreciate it. Really.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. They look fairly human, but they have colorful skin tones, and I mean the Leiku, the tendrils coming from their head. It's a pretty unique look. It's better than, say, elves, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, elves are kind of dull. I don't know.
I mean, they pretty much just have pointed ears. Unless you have the colorful elves, then the colorful elves at least have a little bit more to them. I always prefer it when alien races and fantasy races are... I mean, they might still retain
Let's see
a
what
humanoid body shape and facial feature so that they're not too alien, though I do enjoy alien things as well. But I suppose if you want something that's relatable, you would have something that still bears some resemblance to humans, but still having unique features, whether it be, you know, maybe multiple limbs, like maybe 4 sets of arms, like that's pretty, well, not 4 sets of arms, that'd be way too many, but an extra set of arms, once again with the unique skin or hair tones, eyes, maybe even the number of eyes.
Studied harder.
Let's see. And I do really like it when there's different textures, like scales, or horns, or
Yeah.
other additions. But for the most part, elves just seem a tad lazy.
Yeah, it's like pointy ears. Okay.
Just pointed ears. I mean, then again, you could say that with, you know, Vulcans and Star Trek and whatnot.
Yep.
But that's because, I mean, imagine just how much for prosthetics you would have to have for a television series. I know that movies have big budgets so that they can afford that, and then of course also now people use CGI all over the place, but I still enjoy actual costumes for human characters or
It
humanoid
varies for me.
characters.
I'm honestly kind of down for either.
Well, I almost wonder why there actually haven't been more entirely CGI movies. Like, aside from Final Fantasy 3D movies, when has there been a really highly realistic 3D movie?
I mean, you could probably say that about some of the Marvel movies at this point.
But they still have live actors. I'm talking about, is there a series where either so many of the characters are alien, you don't have human actors anymore, or even if there are human characters in it, they're 3D animated as well? When have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Because it always seems like it's a mixture.
I think it's one of those where we're gonna get closer and closer to that.
Well, for
as-
instance, look at the World of Warcraft movie. I would
Yeah.
have loved it if it was all just, if even the humans were CG, because it fits with the cinematics. I like the look of the cinematics far more than the movie. Do you know?
What
Yeah.
is the logical course? My focus.
I just sort of felt that it was weird that they had such awesome looking orcs, and then the humans were a little bit lackluster.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Let's see. Equipment. No. Jobs. Therian instead of the cleric. I guess I'll just make him the merchant.
That's not to say that humans don't look interesting. I mean, we are human. It's just that usually in the settings of particular films and video games, there's an aesthetic, there's a style, and even the humans are stylized to some respect. So it just makes more sense to me to do it entirely in CG if the majority of the characters are going to be CG anyway.
Huh. There's a red chest I can't reach, and I'm kind of confused by that.
Uh-oh.
I guess it's not that big of a deal. I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out how to get there. And I can't figure it out.
Well, what's your opinion?
On CG? I mean, I generally prefer CG to anything else anyway. Video game cutscenes have definitely been improving. I mean, how much of God of War did you see?
Oh, I saw it. That was
like,
pretty good.
Yeah,
It's interesting because it's reminding me of, you know, going back and seeing Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, and then that and what's been accomplished since when it comes to facial animations. They still looked a tad wooden back then, but with stuff now, I mean, once again with motion capture and other things, get some really nice likenesses.
Time for a break.
So it's one of those things where, yeah, I'm just surprised that
I appreciate it.
unless
really.
it's a very, very stylized cartoon,
And that's that.
where they still have the ability to use humans they have, even though it might not be optimal. I suppose they just have to decide what they want.
Oh, I see. This is how I'm supposed to get to it. I didn't see the staircase when it came through. Yeah, there we go.
Ah,
Admittedly, I don't actually know if this chest has anything particularly useful in it. I'm looking for a trinket that makes it so I'm immune to, oh, I forgot to turn off, character voices for this part. Well, whatever, we're almost done
I
with the
miss
grind
there
here.
being full-length animated movies that are 2D. No one does them anymore.
It's because it's more expensive than 3D.
Well, more expensive also.
And-
With 3D, you can arrange the characters however you please, and if you need to do edits, it's easier than having
Yeah.
to hand draw every single frame.
3D is also considerably more marketable. Nowadays. Ish. Like,
Though it seems to be in quite an abundance when it comes to television series. Like, you know, aside from the slew of anime, there's also been the American anime, if you call it that,
yeah.
where it's also
No, you're
2D.
right. I'm just thinking in terms of movies. 3D, like, movies kind of in the style of, well, Frozen or Big Hero 6 or whatever, definitely stand out more. And, like, I think there was a statistic for a while that, like, 3D movies marketed towards kids always turned a profit no matter what.
Well, I think
no matter
that's
how
why
bad they were.
Pixar was...
He's going to get away. I won't let that happen.
And where might you be off to, kitten?
Master Helganish. Whatever are you doing here at this hour?
Funny you should ask. A worthless little stray, this one. But she was kind enough to help me catch a rat.
Oh, look, the girl.
Yusufa!
No.
Brim, I'm sorry.
She was quite intent on keeping her mouth shut. But my boys helped her get it open. It seems I was too lenient with the girl. I won't make that mistake again.
No! Yusufa!
Did he just kill her? Or just scratch her terribly?
No, he killed her. I mean, she's dying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brim, I've never heard you shout so.
What? This is no time to...
Hey, Brim, sold to this place as a child. Everyone was so cruel, so miserable. I thought I'd never make any friends. It was lonely having no one. But you, Prim, you were different. Always standing tall, proud. No matter how hard your days, looking at you, it gave me strength.
Yusufa.
Tell me, Prim, were we friends?
Yes, Yusufa. You were my friend.
I'm so happy. Not alone.
Is it finally over? I must say, at least her last performance had some life. If she had shown that sort of potential earlier, I might have kept her on longer.
Enough.
What was that?
I have danced enough for you. This was the last night that I belonged to you.
Oh, was it now? So some wheels do turn in that pretty little head of yours. Here I thought it a waste, as empty as the desert.
I saw you for the foul swine you are the first time I laid eyes on you.
You would take that tone with me? You're nothing but a stupid whore! You would have died on the street if not for me!
You have given me nothing. I have always danced on my own 2 feet. I have always chosen where I step.
Who do you think you're speaking to, whore?
All these years, the jeers, the beatings, the dishonor, I endured it all. All for this day, the day that man appeared before me. I need your stage no longer.
Primrose.
I dance for myself now. You
Yeah,
keep
sorry.
scratching
I was
yourself.
scratching my ear. Look, I have heavy headphones. My ears get itchy.
Yeah, but you can put your,
I just wish the
Controller
dialogue
down.
would go automatically. Like, I don't get why I have to press the button to progress this.
That's true, but maybe it's so that you can stop and take it in. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's just how turn-based games work.
That's dumb. I don't like this. A lot of games do that too, because there's always that like weird pause. I'm trying to keep the flow as much as possible, but
You forget yourself, little kitten. But I understand. This is just your little show, yes? You wanted to see your master frown. Fine. Very well. You've had your fun. That naughty mouth of yours belongs to me. Put it where it belongs, and if you please me to my satisfaction, I will overlook your impertinence.
Master, go pleasure yourself.
Wrong answer, kitten. You know what I do with cats that bite, don't you? I put them down, just like that one. It's a shame, Primrose. You were always my favorite. What a waste. Yes, a terrible, terrible shame.
The only shame is that I could not do this sooner, Master. Time for the main event.
Are they really doing the whole put your mouth where it should be and go pleasure yourself, master?
Yep.
Business?
That's exactly what they were doing. Yep.
Gross.
Very.
Smite them down. Out of my way. Try this.
Those guys are not very durable.
Nope.
Hot dang.
They're just like hired goons.
Let's see what happens.
That'll help. Yeah, part of it is also the Therian's like nearing level 30. Someone who's commenting that I have we haven't even finished the prologue and I'm already a higher level than his party is. So
Do you know what's sad about the whole Yusufa business?
what?
It seemed like Primrose didn't even acknowledge that this girl admired her and wanted to help her and stuff. And the girl had to ask with her dying breaths if they were friends. Like, what?
How about
Yeah.
this?
Here I go.
It's definitely I would say
It's like Primrose is just like, yes, I acknowledge you, Yusufa, because you decided to help me this one night after all the previous times you may have stood up for me, and then
Oh, ice.
now you're dying,
Them through.
and now I will call you my friend.
yeah.
Poor girl.
Let's
Alganish
do
is
this.
trembling with anger. Is he?
Let's see what
I
happens.
don't think he does any damage. Okay, thief skills, SP. Kills lackey. I haven't actually gotten hit by one of these yet. That actually hurt. A little. Let's see.
Now the
Scholar
true
skills.
lesson
Analyze for no reason.
begins. Much to learn.
Okay, so he actually has a fair bit of HP. Good.
I'm ready.
Fancy skills. Let's see what happens.
Don't you?
Boost of strength. So, JP times 5. So for every BP that I put into this one, a new effect happens. Sometimes it's helpful.
Not good.
Sometimes it's
weaken your
not-
defenses.
Not good. I mean, luckily, he is very weak compared to the rest of the party here. So like,
I appreciate it.
I'm probably going to kill him before I take his armor off. Maybe, maybe not.
What is the logical
Hard to say on that one.
course of action? Oh, ice. Pierce them through.
But he only has 4,000 HP. We do a lot of damage.
I'm ready.
Let's see.
What's the lion dance or the?
I don't know, actually. They're like buff skills. I don't really mess with them too much.
How about this?
I should.
Let's do this.
Have another. Yeah, we got one more round after
Let's
this
see
one.
what happens.
I'm hoping that I can get.
Can male characters be dancers?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What do they look like?
Here I go.
Not that cool, actually. Unfortunately, I was really hoping it would. I could like put.
Pick them shirtless.
Yeah. I was hoping I could like have Therian in like a speedo or something, but the answer was
What?
I don't know. Why not?
Terrible.
Let's
Yep.
do this. Try this.
Oh, I guess we did break his armor.
What's this? Now the true lesson begins.
There it goes.
Woohoo!
I
Gone.
was trying to get the times 100 EXP bonus, but well, it didn't happen. But whatever.
Primrose.
You were always different from the rest. The fire in your eyes, it burned brighter than any others. I have seen many a girl in my years, but none quite like you. You fascinated me from the start. Come,
Primrose. Won't you dance one last dance for me?
He tried to stab her with a dagger, and she just, like, turned it around on him and put it in his throat.
Yep.
Quite the dancer yourself in the end.
I guess you won't be needing this anymore. The village of still snow. I need to pack some warmer clothes.
Farewell.
And with that, Master, I do believe my debt is paid. Yusufa. We are free at last, my friend. And so Primrose sets out from the shifting sands to a land of swirling snow in her quest for vengeance against the 3 foul crows. Where this dance will lead her, none can say. Oh, I thought there was going to be more. I would do it with the, where will this quest lead her? None can say.
Nope. Anyways, the last one is Ulbrich,
Ulbrich!
who is probably the least interesting of all the stories.
Really?
Yeah.
He seemed like a wizened
So
warrior with a past.
His story might be interesting, but his, like, prologue was so boring. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see. Has some money. Okay, let's see. Equipment. Primrose, unequip all.
So there was nothing involving that dude. The papa that you kept mentioning. No. Oh.
I wanted to see if there was, like, if he showed up, but he didn't.
No, I think it was just one of those situations where, you know, my daughter won't be caught doing that stuff. It'd be more ironic if he was a patron, but...
Yeah.
Because I know that that happens, but it's a good thing that he's just looking out for her and
Yep.
knows better. So that's Ulbrich, right?
Yeah.